We hear about IT certifications all the time, and the list of acronyms is endless: CCNA, PCNSE, you name it. It's it feels impossible to know which ones will actually get you a better job or a bigger paycheck. It's just a sea of alphabet soup.
It really is. And the risk is spending a year of your life studying for something that's already irrelevant by the time you pass the exam. You have to be strategic.
Exactly. So today, I want to cut through that noise. Let's talk about what certifications actually matter for 2026 and, more importantly, create a framework for why they matter. Let's start with the titan of the industry, Cisco. They've maintained this rigid five-level hierarchy from entry to architect with the CCNA, CCNP, and CCIE acting as the primary benchmarks.
Right. And what's interesting is that even with all the new players, employers still treat a Cisco cert as the ultimate validator. It's not just the name on the resume. The data shows it leads to a real salary boost and gives you preference over non-certified colleagues in a very crowded market.
I see. But isn't the CCIE specifically where the big money is? It's the expert level, right?
Absolutely. The CCIE is widely considered one of the most demanding and highest paying certifications out there. Think of it this way. A CCNA gets you in the door, but a CCIE means you own the building. It's the difference between being a generalist and being the person an enterprise calls when their entire data center goes dark and they're losing $1 million an hour.
That makes sense. So Cisco is clearly the foundation, the plumbing of the internet. But once that plumbing is in place, you have to lock the doors, which brings us to this specialized world of firewalls and security.
A perfect transition.
Moving to security, we're looking at two major players, Checkpoint and Palo Alto. Checkpoint is this massive incumbent with over 12% of the market share, focusing on their CCSA and CCSE tracks. But then you have Palo Alto, which has actually edged ahead with about 16% of the market, focusing on their next generation firewall systems.
Well, it's a pick your path scenario. Both are highly lucrative because companies are desperate for people who can actually manage these specific high stakes environments. If you go with Palo Alto, for instance, you're aiming for the PCNSE exam, which is really for the architects who want to design and troubleshoot these advanced security systems from the ground up.
It's fascinating that almost a third of the world's corporate security is basically managed by people holding one of these two specific certifications. But I hear there's one more niche that's even more exclusive, and it's all about keeping the traffic moving.
Oh, yeah. This one is my favorite.
Let's talk about F5 load balancers. These certifications, like the Big IP Administrator or Solution Expert, are all about server reliability and traffic distribution. But the real story here is the scarcity. The numbers I saw are wild. There are only about 1,300 F5 certified system engineers on the entire planet.
That number is staggering, isn't it? When you compare that to the millions of people in general IT, being one of only 1,300 people globally who can handle this specific critical tech makes you incredibly valuable. It's pure supply and demand. It's why the salary packages for F5 experts are so high. Companies literally cannot find enough of them.
So while everyone else is fighting over the more common certifications, the real pro move might be to go for the niche where the competition is almost non-existent.
Exactly. It's the classic blue ocean strategy. F5 is the perfect example of how specializing in a vital but rare skill can give you more leverage than a decade of general experience. You're not just another qualified candidate, you're one of a handful in the world.
A powerful reminder that sometimes the smaller the club, the bigger the paycheck. So if you had to boil this all down for someone planning their next career move, what are the key takeaways?
Sure, first, the Cisco hierarchy is still king. The CCNA gets you started, but aim for the CCIE, it's still one of the most payable certs for a reason. Second, in security, it's a two-horse race. Palo Alto and Checkpoint own a huge chunk of the market. Getting certified in either is a direct ticket to a high-demand role. Third, and maybe the biggest lesson, is the power of scarcity. Look at F5. With fewer than 1,500 certified system engineers globally, the career leverage is just immense.
Got it. And there's one last point about recertification, right?
Yes, and it's critical. These aren't lifetime awards. A specialized cert like F5 requires recertification every 2 years. It's the industry's way of ensuring your skills are still sharp because the tech is always evolving. You have to prove you're keeping up.